All right, so I was going to go live at 2 p.m., but I couldn't wait anymore. Um, Rumors are just swirling. We know the Knicks made a trade yesterday. They traded Josh Hart. We all know the big trade that went down last night at about 1 o'clock in the morning. Kevin Durant trade went down. And look, this trading deadline has been simply amazing. I thought it was going to be a quiet trading deadline, but all in all, it's been great. I mean, Knicks picked up Josh Hart yesterday, and to me, great pickup for the New York Knicks. We were on live stream pretty much all night, and trades are coming in now. Oklahoma City Thunder are trading Darius Bazley to Phoenix for Dario Saric. The Nuggets are trading Bones Highland to the Clippers. So, as I'm speaking, there's trades going down. But I wanted to talk about the Zach LaVine rumor that has been swirling right now on Knicks Twitter. So right now the rumor has it that there's about an hour and 10 minutes left until the trading deadline. And the rumor has it that, let me just pull up the rumor that I saw. I believe the rumor was Zach LaVine to the Knicks in return for Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes, 3 first-round picks, and I believe that's the rumor. I could be wrong. But the person who tweeted it out was interesting. His name is Joe Crowley. J. Crowley Hoops. Don't know how, significant this guy is, to be honest, but 13,000 followers. He's been tweeting. He tweeted out about an hour ago. He said, just heard from a source that Bulls and Knicks are revisiting talks on a LaVine trade. Talks began yesterday but broke off. Now they're back on. So yesterday, apparently the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls were talking about a Zach LaVine trade. And that comes as a shocker to me because I honestly didn't think we were interested in Zach LaVine. Say what you want. LaVine's a good player. Good player, can shoot. He's a scorer. Doesn't play defense. His contract is terrible. If you guys are not familiar with Zach LaVine's contract, please go look it up. He's owed like a boatload of money over these next, I think, 4 years. Contract is terrible, and he has knee injury history. So, right now I think Knicks fans are nervous. I'm nervous. Would I like it? I would be open to it, but then, the smart fan in me will be like, this just isn't the way to go, But then again, you traded for Josh Hart. So in essence, if you trade Grimes, you bring in Zach LaVine to replace Grimes' spot. And that trade, honestly, it'll fit right in, right? Knicks get a shooting guard and Zach LaVine, a good scorer, great scorer. But contract and his injury history, I don't think I could do it, man. So, wow, trades are just coming in right now. Trades are just flowing in. The Wojnarowski just tweeted, James Wiseman is going to the Pistons for Sadiq Bey. So the Warriors are trading James Wiseman to the Pistons for Sadiq Bey. Let me just share my screen here. Give me a second. All right. All right, so you guys can see what I'm watching. I'm just updating the timeline. We have about an hour and 4 minutes left until the trading deadline. So Warriors are trading James Wiseman to the Pistons for Sadiq Bey. So Warriors get another scorer in Sadiq Bey. They get a wing in Sadiq Bey. Good scorer. Surprising move. They gave up on Wiseman. Wiseman hasn't been playing well this season, but, Warriors get better. James Wiseman traded to the Pistons. Excuse me. Woj just tweeted. What is happening? What is going on? This is a nuts trading deadline. Bey is on the way to Atlanta in a multi-team trade, sources tell ESPN. So Sadiq Bey is not going to Golden State. Is that what we're taking that for? Warriors are trading James Wiseman to the Pistons for Sadiq Bey. Bey is on the way to Atlanta in a multi-team trade. I'm guessing this is John Collins going to the Warriors. I don't know. I'm guessing this is John Collins going to Golden State. The Hawks are sending 5 second-round picks to the Warriors to acquire Bay. What is going on right now? So Bay's getting traded to the Warriors, and then the Warriors are trading him to the Hawks for 5 second-round picks. I'm confused. Yeah, man, trading deadline is always a nerve-wracking time, especially this year. Big trades in Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. Nets blew it up. They get younger, but they get Bridges. They get Cam Johnson. They get a boatload of picks. But right now, the Knicks are number 7 in the East. You would figure the Nets would take a step back, but Nets are blowing it up. Phoenix has gotten stronger. This trading deadline, I thought it was going to be quiet, but it's starting to cook right now. An hour and 1 minute left until the trading deadline. So buckle up, man. I mean, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be. Atlanta is sending Golden State 5 second-round picks in the 3-team trade, sources tell NBA on TNT. That's from Chris Haynes. Okay. Nonstop profession Twitter. Okay. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy right now. I don't think that Zach LaVine rumor is true. I don't think that's true. I don't see the Knicks front office doing that. I really don't. Exactly 1 hour until the NBA trading deadline. A lot can happen in an hour. Trades can come in after the deadline as well. So keep that in mind. Exactly 1 hour until the deadline, but trades can come in after the deadline. You have rumors of Derrick Rose being rumored to Milwaukee, maybe sending him to a contender, maybe getting a second-round pick for him. But we'll see. Right now the Knicks have, which interesting to me is the Knicks have 2 open roster spots. So what are they going to do to fill those spots? Who are they going to use? Who are they going to trade for? We don't know. We do not know. But yeah, an hour ago, Joe Crowley said, just heard from a source, Bulls and Knicks are revisiting talks on a LaVine trade. Talks began yesterday but broke off back on. So, like I said, don't know how credible this guy is, but he looks pretty credible. He's from the Sun-Times, and he just, let's see, Bulls and Knicks trying to figure out a match for players. Zach LaVine reunited with Thibs. Oh, gosh. Is this behind a paywall? Okay. We could read this together, all right? It says, Bulls coach Bill Donovan said on Tuesday he didn't expect the Bulls to completely blow up the roster, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't at least entertain a few swings. With just over an hour left until the NBA trading deadline comes and goes, a source said the Bulls and New York Knicks were revisiting talks about two-time All-Star Zach LaVine that broke off on Wednesday night. As far as how LaVine would do with Tom Thibodeau as his new coach, not an issue. LaVine always spoke very highly on Thibodeau, and the one season they shared together in Minnesota, saying back in 2020, look, I understand basketball. All right, can we, all right, the rest is behind a paywall, unfortunately. But it's basically saying that, I guess this is real. Like, this rumor is real. With just over an hour left until the NBA trading deadline fades away, the Bulls and Knicks have had on-again, off-again talks about LaVine being reunited with coach Tom Thibodeau. The issue remained the players involved, but it would entail the Bulls getting some draft capital back. So I'm guessing right now they're haggling over Grimes, Toppin, and the picks. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous over here. What do you guys think, man? You guys think the Knicks should do this trade? Zach LaVine to the New York Knicks being reunited with Tom Thibodeau? I don't know, man. That contract. That contract is scaring me. So I've never seen this guy. Like, I've never seen this guy at all. Chicago sometimes. It's a legit news company. Yeah, with just over an hour left, the Bulls and Knicks have had on again, off again talks about LaVine being reunited with Tom Thibodeau. So, 57 minutes left. So, let me just see if this is behind a paywall or not. Yeah, probably. All right, whatever. Guys, I think that rumor's true. Hawks are trading Justin Holiday and Frank Kaminsky to Houston for Garrison Matthews and Bruno Fernando. Wow. Warriors just dumped James Wiseman. He wasn't playing well. He was hurt last year. Wiseman was a second pick, and they dumped him. That's crazy. As you can see, I have my push notifications on, so anything that comes through, you're hearing my phone, and I'll try to get it to you guys as quick as possible. We'll get it real time, but trading deadline is in about 56 minutes. A lot of stuff can go down. Seems like this Zach LaVine rumor has some legs to it. I don't know. All right, so Hawks get Bay. So Bay was rumored to be a Knick, if you don't remember. Ian Begley said, I believe last week, that the Knicks were interested in Saddiq Bey. A lot of Knicks fans wanted Saddiq Bey, good young player, wing player. He can put the ball in the basket, and he is now off the board. So, I'm gonna keep saying that the Knicks have 2 open roster spots. Whether they fill those spots with G League players or whether they, make a trade here and fill those spots for bench depth, is to be determined. But, we shall see, man. This is exciting, man. We shall see. Earlier in the day, the Bucks did acquire Jay Crowder from the Brooklyn Nets, So the Nets rerouted Crowder, and they got 5 second-round picks. People are throwing around these second-round picks like they're nothing now, which is kind of crazy. So, but now that strengthens the Bucks. You have the Bucks and Celtics on top of the East. Now that all right, here's the rumor. Here's the rumor I was talking about. The New York Knicks are reportedly focused on acquiring 2-time All-Star Zach LaVine in the framework of a potential deal. Chicago could receive Evan Fournier. You have to make the money match. Derrick Rose. That's a homecoming for Derrick Rose now. Quentin Grimes. Obi Toppin. That hurt. And 3 first-round picks for LaVine and Goran Dragic. This would honestly, if this trade went through, this is the believable trade proposal, number one. Because money matches, you would figure 2 of those picks would be protected because LaVine's injury history is crap. LaVine has a severe injury history, especially with his knee. Don't know what's going on with his knee. And that contract, it seems like the Bulls would, entertain trading him because of that contract. I mean, we can pull up the contract. I mean, LaVine's getting some crazy number, but here is out of Jake Weinbach, NBA analyst writer for Beyond the Bucks, Hoops Habit. So, these could be made up. But Rose going back to Chicago. You traded for Josh Hart. You're getting rid of Quentin Grimes. And you're bringing in LaVine. So Grimes essentially, would have to be dealt. Obi Toppin would be dealt. 3 first-round picks would be dealt. Obviously, Obi Toppin, as long as Julius Randle is here, he's not going to get above 15 minutes a game. So, in this framework, you get rid of Evan Fournier's contract, but then you bring in Zach. Look, Zach LaVine is an all-star. Don't get me wrong. He's an all-star. But do I think this is the direction the New York Knicks should go in? I do not. I don't. But then again, if you look at the starting 5, if you acquire Zach LaVine, you would have Brunson, LaVine, Barrett. Then you would have Randall, then Mitchell Robinson. Then you would have Hart off the bench, along with Quickly. And then that's not a mid team. That's a pretty good team. That's not a mid team, in my opinion. Maybe you can win 2 rounds with that team. Maybe if everything goes right, if everything meshes well. But you're essentially capping your ceiling there, because is that team winning a championship? Good team, but is that team winning a championship? I don't know. But that is not just an average team. Brunson, LaVine, scoring, dynamic scoring right there. Then you have Barrett, then you have Randall, then Mitchell Robinson, and then you have Hart coming off the bench, along with Quickly and whoever else you get in the next 40 minutes, if you were to make a trade like this. But this is from Jake Weinbach. Don't know how official this guy is, so take this with a grain of salt. 50 minutes until the trading deadline now. 51 minutes to be exact. So we shall see, guys. Just refreshing the timeline on here. We'll see what comes about, man. Wiseman just got traded for 5 second-round picks. Somebody asked, what is Obi Toppin worth? Value can change so quickly in the NBA. It's crazy. So quickly. Hawks got better in acquiring Sadiq Bey. Everyone's trying to, now that the Brooklyn Nets blew it up, everyone's trying to improve their roster in the East. You saw Toronto actually bought Jakob Poeltl. Everyone thought that the Toronto Raptors were going to be sellers, right? Then they trade a first for Jakob Poeltl. Toronto drafted Jakob Poeltl and then traded him in the Kawhi Leonard deal. But they get a center, which they desperately needed. And look, Toronto's down there in the East, but it's going to have to take them quite a bit to make up some ground. Let me just pull up the standings. Toronto is number 10. They're in the play-in tournament. They are, everyone. The thing that scares me is everything is bunched up in here, man. Knicks are 9.5 games back from the first seed, half a game back from the Miami Heat. All right, we have another deal. Sorry. Eric Gordon has been traded to the Los Angeles Clippers. The Houston Rockets are finalizing a deal to send Eric Gordon to the Los Angeles Clippers. Shams. Boom. Clippers get a shooter in Gordon. I'm wondering what the Clippers gave up. First round pick. Protected, maybe. Clippers have been struggling here. They lost to they beat the Knicks, but they just lost to the Mavs last night. So I don't trust the Clippers. I don't. So that was a good pickup for the Clippers. Knicks 100 and GM in the chat. First comment. Appreciate you, man. The owner told you exactly what the front office better do in that interview. Why are we so impatient as a franchise? I think the Knicks right now are building the right way, honestly. You still have a boatload of picks. Everyone's saying they're not developing properly, but you're still developing Grimes, Robinson, quickly. Those three have developed really nicely. You can say RJ Barrett has, kind of taken a step back here this year. Maybe he's put on too much muscle and that's really slowing him down. We shall see. But I think, especially if they go with Zach, I don't think they're going to do that deal. I don't think the Knicks are going to trade for Zach LaVine. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I mean, let's just look at Zach LaVine's contract. I mean, bear with me here. He signed a 5-year, $215 million extension. He's getting paid $37 million this year. Next year, he's getting paid $40 million. 2024, 2025, he's getting paid $43 million. 25, 26, $45 million. 26, 27, a player option. He has a player option. And you damn sure know he's picking up that player option. He's getting paid $48 million in 26, 27. I'm not doing this if I'm the Knicks. I'm not. It's the contract, man. If LaVine was on a team like a better contract, I would do it, but that's gonna eat up all your cap space for the next. Your team's like, you have to ask yourself this: if you pair LaVine around a lot of, maybe another star, a superstar, like if you pair LaVine with like a Durant or maybe a Joel Embiid, I get it, but Knicks don't have any of that right now. If you pair LaVine with Brunson, Randall, you bring in Josh Hart, and then you have Barrett. Good team, Is that a contending team in the East? It could be. If everything's clicking well, if the Knicks are playing well, depends who we match up. But, that just puts a cap on your ceiling, man. At this number right here in 26, 27, $48 million, I'm not doing that. $45 minutes left into the trading deadline. Houston Rockets are acquiring John Wall in a 3-team deal from the Grizzlies and Clippers. Luke Kennard traded to Memphis. Okay. A lot of trades coming through now. John Wall is going back to the Rockets, and you would think that the Rockets are going to buy him out. So that's number one. I asked the question on Twitter. I said, what is everyone's thoughts on a Zach LaVine deal for the New York Knicks? A lot of no's from Knicks Twitter. And, injury history, don't know what you guys think in the chat. Injury history, the contract, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. Would it make the Knicks fun? It would. Don't get me wrong, it would. Would it make the Knicks intriguing? It would. But like I said, it puts a cap on the ceiling, and that contract is awful. He's getting paid, let's just get this straight. He's getting paid superstar money, and he's not a superstar. I know he's having a down year this year. He's coming off a knee injury, so I'm not really, it's going to take him a while to, get over that. But last year he had a great year. But, the Grizzlies are sending Danny Green to Houston in the deal. Sources tell ESPN the Clippers are acquiring Rockets guard Eric Gordon in a multi-team deal. So Eric Gordon is going to the Clippers. Good pickup for them. Grizzlies are sending Danny Green to Houston. Yeah, Rockets plan to waive John Wall. So there's going to be John Wall is going to be available on the wire. Russell Westbrook's going to be available on the wire. So There's going to be some point guards that, not saying they are in their prime. They're not. They're, especially Westbrook, they're past their prime. But, there are going to be some point guards available to help some contenders. I just spelled bananas wrong. This deadline has been bananas. Hasn't it? Kyrie, KD. Yo, I was about to go to sleep last night, and then the Kevin Durant. Now we have some OG Anunoby rumors coming in. What did Shams just tweet? Western Conference contender has been emerging as a suitor for. All right, who is this? All right, I can't hear this. Sorry. I can't hear that right now. All right, now my phone is going bananas right now. Now you have a bunch of trades going down. What? All right. Wait. Patrick Beverley just got traded to the Magic. Is that the Los Angeles Lakers are trading Patrick Beverley to the Orlando Magic for sending a Mo Bamba to the Lakers? What? Mo Bamba from Beverly? They have to be trading their first round pick for that. What? That is crazy. All right, Lakers have improved their team here. D'Angelo Russell, great player. You brought in the shooter from Utah. You brought in the defender from Utah. And then you get Mo Bamba? The Lakers are trading Patrick Beverley to Orlando Magic for center Mo Bamba. Wow. Mo Bamba is a Laker. Wow. I'm Patrick Beverley for Mo Bamba. Is that fair? Is that a fair deal? What did the Lakers else? What else did they give up in this deal? Not saying Mo Bamba is great, but he's nice. He feels the need. Wow. Sham. Sources say the Lakers are sending. I just saw it. Where is it? Come on, Sham. Sources say the Lakers are sending second round draft compensation with Patrick Beverley to Orlando for Mo Bamba, a major get for a reworked front line around Anthony Davis and LeBron James. It's funny because Patrick Beverley just said we're getting the band back together when they acquired D'Angelo Russell last night. They played together in Minnesota, and now that Russell was a Laker, he tweeted out getting the band back together, and now he gets shipped to the Orlando Magic. That's hilarious. All right, how many people we have? 7 people in here. 40, 30. What? How many minutes are left? 38 minutes left until the NBA trading deadline. We opened up about Zach LaVine to the Knicks, maybe going to the Knicks. That rumor was starting to gain some legs, but honestly, I don't think that the Knicks will do that right now. because they would have to be trading Obi, Grimes. All right, what am I looking at? Lakers have put off some good trades here. This trading deadline is bananas, guys. I'm just sitting here waiting for the Knicks to do something else. Who else would you guys like the Knicks to bring in? Who else would you guys, are interested in? Who else do you think the Knicks can get on the low, maybe on the cheap? But like I said, I tweeted about Zach LaVine earlier, and there was a lot of no's about that. A lot of people saying that Zach LaVine overpaid, injury history. They do not want him on the New York Knicks. So we shall see, man. It's exciting. This trading deadline has been nuts. Has been absolutely nuts. Let me just tweet that we're live again. The San Antonio Spurs are trading Josh Richardson to New Orleans Pelicans. They get a defender and a shooter. Spurs probably get a second round pick, some draft compensation. So, yeah, man. Tweet from Jerry. The second round picks are getting thrown around everywhere. It seems like a lot of teams are just getting rid of them. So, I mean, honestly, I would too. They're just second round picks. I would be trading all these second round picks for, these players as well. I mean, they're second round picks. Who cares? The Pelicans are trading. Wow. Pelicans are trading Devontae Graham and 4 second round picks to San Antonio. Sheesh. 4 second round picks for Josh Richardson. 6 second round picks for Jay Crowder. Whew. These second round picks, man. $45 minutes left. This has been one of the most active trading deadlines that we have witnessed in a while. This has been crazy. Lakers started off with Hachimura, then they get Russell, then they just get Mo Bamba. Richardson getting traded to the Pelicans, and Kyrie gets traded to Dallas. Then the bombshell last night, 1 a.m., Kevin Durant going to Phoenix. Bridges, Johnson, 4 first-round picks to the Nets. The Knicks get Josh Hart. Kevin Knox just got traded. The Pistons are sending Kevin Knox to the Warriors as part of the multi-team deal that brings them James Wiseman. Knox may be moved on to another team, so he may not stay in Golden State. So this trading deadline has been absolutely nuts. And we came into yesterday, and I thought the Knicks weren't going to do anything. I thought we were going to stand pat. You heard the interview after the Magic game. Tom Thibodeau saying, basically, I love our team. Leon Rose would have to be blown away by a deal to acquire somebody. And then he goes ahead and acquires Josh Hart, big bench piece off the bench. Yeah, man, this deadline has been crazy. This deadline has been crazy. This deadline has been nuts, man. And we only the thing that sucks about this is that we only have 40 minutes left of this trade deadline. 40, almost 30 minutes left. 33 minutes left of this trading deadline. And, that's the thing that sucks about it, honestly. You don't want these things to end, but it's just that when these deadlines come closer, these teams just get antsy, they get nervous, and, trades happen in a blink of an eye, man. A lot of big names have been moved. The power in the East, the doghouse in the East that it used to be, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving are now in the West. So, the East doesn't have the star power like it used to. All right, let me go back to solo talk until we get another big deal. But yeah, man, we started this live stream with the rumor of Zach LaVine. I tweeted out I didn't tweet out, but I said on the live stream the contract why I don't think that LaVine will be wise for the New York Knicks to trade for. LaVine is currently being owed $37 million this year, $40 million the next, 43 the following, 45 and 25, 26, 48 and 26, 27. You know why the Chicago Bulls are trying to get rid of Zach LaVine, the contract and his injury history. And he's getting paid superstar money. And so if the New York Knicks acquire him, not sure what they would give up. I wouldn't overpay at all. I wouldn't even give them. All right, we have an update on the Zach LaVine talk. Steve Popper. Latest I've heard is no talk in New York of Zach LaVine, but since there are lots of voices at MSG and everyone seems to be getting traded in the last hour, who knows? So Steve Popper is the first person that has been, has confirmed that there is no truth to that rumor. There's no truth to that rumor. And he's a New York reporter. So Steve Popper said there's no truth to the rumor. So I believe him. I believe him. Steve Popper's credible. He is credible, guys. So don't think Zach LaVine is being traded to the Knicks. 30 minutes into the NBA trade line is dope. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes. This has been wild so far. I keep refreshing my timeline. So you have Knicks fans, make a move, Leon Knicks media. He did. We got Josh Hart. He made a move. We don't really need to make anything else, in my opinion. Maybe get another wing for depth, but I do think the New York Knicks are probably done here. Don't quote me on that. We shall see. Yeah, this was the funny thing I was talking about. Beverly saw D'Angelo Russell got traded, tweeted the gang is back, heart emoji, and then Patrick Beverly gets traded to the Orlando Magic. Oh boy. That is hilarious. That is so funny. That is so funny, man. All right. What's next? What's next, guys? Who do you want to trade for? I think the Knicks are done. I don't think they're messing with anything else. You traded for, you got Josh Hart, and I do not think they need anything else. But we shall see if Derrick Rose gets traded. But I've been saying all along I don't think that Derrick Rose would be traded because Knicks love his veteran leadership in the locker room. They love the chemistry with the guys. Although he's not playing, he's being a great leader, saying all the right things, doing all the right thing. And Derrick Rose he's a warrior, man. And I would like Derrick Rose on this team. I really would. But then again, I would want to see Derrick Rose get a ring as well. So he deserves that. But I do think eventually here Rose is going to be reunited in Chicago. I think eventually here Derrick Rose will probably go back home. "27 minutes." All right, same guy who brought up the Knicks rumor about Zach LaVine has now tweeted, "Bulls aren't as married to Zach LaVine as some may think. 30 minutes to see what the market offers and can continue into the offseason if there's no match." So, Alan Hahn of ESPN and MSG called your Nick and Zach reports bogus. So Alan Hahn said this report was bogus. So didn't hear that, but this is a tweet from a fan saying that Alan Hahn has a afternoon drive show with Bart Hahn, and apparently he saw the tweet and said it was bogus. So Alan Hahn has some intel, works for MSG, knows some people upstairs. So yeah, but when that rumor came out, the Knicks Twitter was going crazy. It was going wild. We still got Bojan Bogdanovic. Is he going to get dealt? There was a rumor that said the Knicks were interested in Bojan. I was like, what? Where would he play? Like you would have to trade away a rotational player, because if you're interested in Bojan, obviously he has to play. But you have Quickly, you have Grimes, you have Barrett. You just added Josh Hart. So, where would he fit unless you're trading Grimes, which I don't see them doing. I don't see them trading Grimes unless it's for like a bigger fish, not Bojan Bogdanovic. You're not trading Quentin Grimes for Bojan Bogdanovic. You're not. There also has been some rumors about Obi Toppin. Is his days in New York numbered? He's due for an extension this summer. And like I said earlier, his minutes are capped out at about 10 to 15 minutes a game. As long as Randall is on this team, he's not going to get the playing time he deserves. So, Ian Begley came out today saying that the Knicks are actually asking for a lot in return for Obi Toppin, which is, I would understand why they're asking for a lot. But then again, teams are going to be like, why are you asking? If I was another team, I would say to them, why are you asking for a lot if, one, this guy doesn't play that much, two, you're not using him well. So we really don't know the true value of Obi Toppin. Three, he's due for an extension. So next year he'll be going into his fourth year. So I don't think that's another thing. If Bojan gets traded, if Bojan gets traded to the Knicks, you could essentially trade Obi for him, and then he would take Obi's spot. But again, rumors. I don't think that's happening. As I'm talking about this, NBA trade report, a rumor account on Twitter, take this with a grain of salt. Knicks are going back and forth on multiple deals for Obi Toppin, 30 minutes left. I don't know, man. If Obi Toppin gets traded, man, Knicks Twitter, the Knicks universe is going to lose their crap if Obi Toppin gets traded. "23 minutes left of the NBA trading deadline. 23 minutes. Deals can still go down after 3 p.m. So A lot has gone down, though. A lot has gone down already. Just sitting here refreshing. Just sitting here for... Now people are going in about this tweet that Patrick Beverley tweeted. The gang is back, and then he gets shipped off to Orlando. That's hilarious. Shout out to Patrick Beverley, man. All right, Warriors have been rumored for OG Anunoby. So, Grizzlies here, I mean, to me, the Grizzlies got to do something. They got to break up I believe 10 of the 15 players on the Grizzlies are homegrown. I thought they would be in the Durant sweepstakes, but, John Morant came out last month saying, I'm good in the West, and then the West suddenly takes a turn. Dallas gets better. Suns get better. And where do you see the Grizzlies? The Nuggets are number one in the West. So, Grizzlies are always going to be that team that contends, but I don't see them going through Denver. I don't see them going through Dallas. I don't see them going through Phoenix, especially. James Wiseman has played a total of 60 games for the Warriors in 3 seasons. Wow. Wow. That's a good move for the Lakers, man. Mo Bamba. I like that move. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is funny. This is hilarious, actually. The Hornets are trading center Mason Plumlee to the Clippers, sources tell ESPN. So Mason Plumlee is going to the Clippers. Hornets are probably tanking for Victor Wembanyama. So, but yeah, another trade. Hornets get who do they get in this deal? Probably a few second round picks. I'm surprised the Denver Nuggets traded Bones Highland. Like, he was a really valuable piece for them off the bench. Reggie Jackson's going to Charlotte in exchange for Mason Plumlee. But yeah, I'm surprised they traded Bones. Like, I really am. Like, why? Valuable piece for them off the bench. Clippers are getting a gem. I'll tell you that. They only had to give up 2 second round picks for Bones Highland. That is nuts. That is insane. Wow. Bones Highland is good. I mean, wow. Clippers are loading up here. A lot of teams in the West are loading up. Lakers are loading up. Phoenix got Kevin Durant. Dallas got Kyrie Irving. Clippers are loading up. And East, Boston traded for a shooter from OKC. Cam, what up? What's good, bro? Trade deadline is lit. Everybody on the move. Knicks improved with Hart. Brooklyn's still going to be a problem, though. Yeah, everyone's counting the Brooklyn Nets out. I was counting them out yesterday. But, that team is a little scrappy team they got going on there in Brooklyn. Bridges, Cam Johnson, you pair that along with Dinwiddie and, a bunch of shooters. We'll see if the Nets are done here. But Nets have an okay team. They're not scrubs. Don't have a star on their team. The closest thing to a star right now is Mikal Bridges. So, well, hopefully the Knicks can finally beat these damn Nets. When do we play them? Next week? Nets have won 9 in a row against the Knicks. Hopefully we can beat them. Jesus. All right, it's kind of quiet right now on the Knicks front. It's quiet. Don't know if anything else is going down. 18 minutes left of the trading deadline. Wild. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Chris Paul on the same team. Wild, bro. Wild. Yeah, Cam, man, we got to get them, man. The streak is ridiculous. We got to be Brooklyn, man. It's honestly ridiculous. Honestly. It needs to end. For our sanity, please, it needs to end. The streak needs to end. Leo, what up, bro? Raptors get rid of the bench. What have they done? I mean, the Raptors got Jakob Portal, but OG Anunoby has been rumored to go to Golden State. You see, Patrick Beverley unlikely to play a game for the Magic. Would the Knicks pick him up as a bench piece coming off the bench? Would you guys want him, or would he want to go to a contender? I wouldn't mind him in New York. I wouldn't mind Beverley. Then you would have too many guards, right? Rose, Beverley, Quickly. I'm just saying, we have 2 open roster spots. So, would be interesting. I'll tweet out, gauge the Knicks' interest. Be cool to see Pat Bev in New York. I wouldn't mind. Bench piece. Yeah, Fred VanVleet has a player. He has a player option, right, Leo? He has a player option, I believe, or team option. Player option or team option. But yeah, I don't know what the Raptors are doing. It's like they're caught up in, do we blow it up or do we not? But you have Masai Ujiri. I wouldn't be too worried because Masai Ujiri is a genius, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. This is why I love Knicks Twitter. I tweeted just an emoji, like me thinking, right? Somebody said, heck no, don't want him around our young guy. Dude is insane. He's actually not. I mean, if you listen to his podcast, he's actually pretty sane, Patrick Beverley. So, yeah, Lakers get another steal for this trade, but I'm just trying to fill these roster spots. You know, who are you going to fill these roster spots with? You got a G League guys. So, Pat Bev reunion in Minnesota is in the works. So, there we go. That kills that. So, looks like Patrick Beverley is probably going to wind up in Minnesota. Russell Westbrook is probably going to wind up in LA, maybe. Bulls got rumored with the Westbrook sweepstakes as well. So, yeah, so VanVleet, the Raptors, Leo in the chat is a Raptor fan. So, I don't know. I think OG Anunoby still has some time here to get traded. We shall see, though. All right, there is no deal. Atlanta Hawks plan to keep John Collins past the trading deadline. John Collins is staying an Atlanta Hawk. He's not getting dealt. Yeah. So, there goes that. We have 13 minutes left until the NBA trading deadline. 13 minutes. 13 minutes. I think the Knicks are done. I think they're done. Can a team pull off a trade for OG Anunoby in the next 13 minutes? I don't know. I do not know. So looks like the Knicks, the looks like the Knicks are probably done. Their gem is Josh Hart. Not mad at it at all. You had some pushback on Twitter yesterday, saying that the Knicks traded a protected first round pick and a so-called quote unquote generational draft for Josh Hart. Knicks still own the Dallas Mavericks pick, so they're still going to pick in the draft. But in my opinion, look, I'm gonna record a podcast about it later, with my co-host Chris. Make sure you guys check that out as well. We're gonna go over the deal, go over the trades, and but in my opinion, it's a great deal for the Knicks. Can't go wrong, man. Josh Hart's a winner. He's a baller, has chemistry with Brunson, and solidifies the bench. And he's what we needed for sure. Definitely what we needed. $11 minutes left of the trading deadline. 11 minutes. Are we? Is it like? Are we done? Is it over? Like, I don't know. It's like as soon as you think it's over, you have Shams and Woj dropping these bombs on everybody. Twitter is a funny place, boy. Funny place. 2:49. 11 minutes left. 11 minutes left. OG said he doesn't mind staying in Toronto. The end goal he wants is a bigger role wherever he is. Yeah. Look, he still has another year after this one. So, and the Raptors just traded for Jakob Poeltl. Maybe they're trying to go for it. They got a pretty good squad. They've just taken a step back, especially now with the East being so up in the air with Durant and Kyrie getting out of the East. So, Raptors could be. Right now they're a playing team. Tyler, man, what up, man? Trading deadline has been nuts. Wow, another trade. The Blazers are trading Gary Payton to the Warriors for 5 second-round picks. So it seems like the theme of this trading deadline has been second-round picks. Teams are throwing away second-round picks like they mean nothing, absolutely nothing. And that's a good pickup for the Warriors. Teams in the West are loading up, bro. Josh Hart just tweeted, so when we doing dinner. Let me retweet that. Blazers are trading Gary Payton to the Warriors for 5 second-round picks. Wow. The Warriors are routing Kevin Knox to the Blazers via multi-team deal with the Pistons. So you have Knox and Cam Reddish going to the Blazers. Former Knicks, Kevin Knox and Cam Reddish going to the Blazers. Yeah, man. So many second round picks that have been dealing this trading deadline. Teams are looking at them like, whatever. We don't need them. Yeah, he was on the Warriors. I was just about to say that. So they get him back. Yeah, I mean, with this Stephen, Tyler says Golden State is trying to recreate the magic from last year. I mean, Curry's been out. He's going to be out for what, a month? So, they made some good deals here during the trading deadline. So, Warrior, it's the West. It's the theme this trading deadline is the West is a juggernaut. Like, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be interesting who is the last team standing. If I was putting money on it, I would probably obviously put it on Phoenix, because whenever you pair Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker, Phoenix didn't even have to give up DeAndre Ayton. And he's no scrub. They got a center. So Ayton, Paul, Booker, Durant. Who's beating that team, honestly? Tyler, what were your thoughts on LaVine, that hot minute? Yeah, when that rumor came about, I took a look at the contract. I've always looked at LaVine's contract and was like, never want to see that contract on the Knicks ever, because you're trading for LaVine. It sort of hampers your ability to go get someone else. In my opinion, you pair LaVine with another superstar. LaVine on this team, would it maximize their ceiling? Like, would the Knicks be a contending team in the East? With LaVine, maybe. I mean, that's a hell of a squad. Brunson, LaVine, Barrett, Randall. But then it's not a contender, so it's the contract. It's that contract with LaVine, man. So, no, I didn't want LaVine. I do not want LaVine on the Knicks, and I'm glad so far, fingers crossed, that we don't trade for LaVine. 6 minutes left. On Zach LaVine, Ian Begley. On Zach LaVine, Knicks communicated to someone earlier this afternoon that trade for LaVine was highly unlikely to happen. That kills that. No LaVine to the Knicks. Yeah, for a hot minute, though, it was picking up steam. The guy in Chicago, the reporter in Chicago, worked for the Chicago Sun or the Chicago Times, but it's picking up steam. So Tyler, I mean, LaVine, don't get me wrong. LaVine, last year he's a good player, man. He could score. But like I said, he's a scorer. And it's the injury history. I'm not saying LaVine is a scrub. It's just in the contract. It's a no for me, dog. Five minutes left. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. The Knicks, I believe, have 2 open roster spots. This trading deadline has been one of the best ever. In my opinion, I can't think of another one that has been pretty, active like this one. When you have names like Durant, Irving, all getting dealt, massive. And the Knicks made a trade. So this trading deadline has been living up to the expectations, man. NBA trading deadline day is always a riveting day, and today was just another one of those days. Excuse me. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left for the trading deadline. 4 minutes left. This picture is also funny. Remember the New Yorker came out with this in 2021? They put Durant, Irving, and James Harden on the cover, and they put Randall and Barrett all the way in the back. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I got to tell you, when that trade went through, I was contacting all my Nets friends. I was waking them up. I was being an a-hole. I was. When that trade, Durant to Phoenix went through, contacting all my Nets fans, did what I had to do. I was being an a-hole because all I've heard from the time they signed him till yesterday was, if Durant's foot wasn't on the line, if Kyrie Irving didn't get hurt, if this, if that, if this and that, it's always an excuse. So that was a fun time, man. But yeah, if you just joined, it's looking like Zach LaVine to the Knicks is probably not going to happen. So, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, Tyler, they were on us for the last 4 years, bugging us, and now they want us to feel sorry for them. They want us to feel sorry for them. I know they have owned us. Granted, they've won 9 times in a row against us. We have to beat them coming up. I mean, we do. We simply have to end the streak. But they want us to feel sorry for them. That's not gonna happen. All right, 2 minutes left. Trades can't come in after the deadline. So 2 minutes left of the NBA trading deadline, 2023 NBA trading deadline that has been absolutely incredible. This trading deadline has been awesome, especially if you're a Knicks fan, especially getting Josh Hart. I'm on board for it. I love it. Hopefully he gets to suit up tomorrow. Hopefully we get to see him play. Hopefully, I'm interested to see what Tom Thibodeau does in terms of like matchups and like rotations or whatnot. I'm pretty sure Josh Hart will be in there in late game situations, but we shall see, man. I'm excited. Like I said, we're gonna be recording a podcast on it later today about the deadline, about the Knicks upcoming schedule. So 1 minute into the trading deadline, 1 minute until teams can call the NBA offices and say, hey, I'm trading this guy to this place. 1 minute. Rob Perez, second round picks getting passed around like an STD in a frat house. Gold tweet, man. It's looking like Obi's the Knick. It's looking like Obi Toppin is a New York Knick. It's looking like the Knicks didn't trade Obi Toppin. I don't want to say that too loudly, but it's looking like they didn't trade him. Maybe that's something that happens in the summer. But for now, it's looking like they didn't trade him. I'm refreshing. It's 3 o'clock. Trading deadline is over. You can now get a second round NBA pick for one day Dave & Buster's ticket. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, guys. Anything else? Not getting notifications. Deals can come in after the deadline. So probably wait around here a little bit. Wait and see. See it, Derrick Rose, still a Knick. Obi Toppin, still a Knick. Is it over? Leo, you wanted Masai Ujiri to trade? You wanted him to trade somebody? You wanted him to blow it up and trade Van Vliet? You never know, man. Trades can come in after the deadline deal. All right. Now we're starting to get reports of, Christian Wood's thing with Dallas. Even though people weren't worried about that. I think I don't want to say it's over. It's really quiet right now. It's kind of scaring me. It's really quiet. I'm kind of getting nervous. I don't want the Knicks to do anything stupid here. Super quiet. Was there a lot of conversations today? Nothing. All right. It seems like everything has calmed down. It's quiet. Woj has not tweeted Shams has not tweeted. Those are the two big dogs. So, I haven't gotten a notification on my phone. If a deal goes down, you'll hear it. All right. Is it just me or is it like extra quiet right now? Shams just tweeted 3 p.m. Eastern update at the deadline. I think it's over, guys. I think that's it.
Right now, I have not been told of any moves for the Toronto Raptors either. So a lot of focus was put on the Raptors and the Bulls as far as could they make a move in this trade deadline period. They had all the, when you look at Toronto, the types of players, the talent that Masai Ujiri and Bobby Wester have put together on this team. Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby.
He's talking about your team, Leo. Doesn't look like the Toronto Raptors have made a deal.
To a lot of teams around the league, made it look like the Raptors are going all in. They've always needed that 5-man. They have it in Jakob Poeltl. And just, I'd love to get both Pat and in on this, but like the fact that the East has now lost Kevin Durant, to me it makes the East a lot weaker. No Kyrie Irving in the Eastern Conference either. So just how
He's insisting that the Raptors may be just trying to go for it this year. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving probably, now that they're out of the East, it's easier path for teams to, get by a Boston or get by Milwaukee, even though that's still a tough task. But he's insisting that, Toronto, they traded for Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl's a good center. He's no scrub. And they already have a lot of talent on the team. Just hasn't meshed well this year. So, but I do think the deadline has passed. It is 3:05 p.m. OG Anunoby still seems like is a Raptor. So, looks like the only move that the New York Knicks have made was a Josh Hart move. I love it. Got pushback for it. A lot of Knicks fans didn't like it. A lot of Knicks fans loved it. I love it, man. So, I'm going to be talking about it on my podcast, which I'm going to be recording around like 5:30, 6. Probably going to be released at like 8, 9 o'clock. So you guys can check it out and see my thoughts on it. My co-host is Chris's thoughts on it. And, take an outlook of this upcoming next season. Where do we stand now in the East? Durant and Irving are out of the East. Where does this put the Knicks now? In my opinion, they were missing a guy like Josh Hart. He's a glue. He's a glue guy. They were missing this. Rebound. He could rebound. He's an elite rebounder. He's not shooting the three well this season, but this is who they were missing. Fits seamlessly, as Tyler Delp just put it in the chat. Fits in well, man. He's one of those players who does not need the ball. And when he has the ball in his hand, he can drive to the basket. He can hit an open shot. He can shoot the mid-range shot. Knicks have been lacking that. He can rebound elite. He's an elite rebounder. So, protected first-round pick, okay. I don't care. Like, Knicks have a boatload of picks. So, CAA guy. Jalen Brunson has the chemistry with them. So, I like the deal. But, like I said, I'm going to be recording a podcast on it in about, like, a couple of hours that you guys can check out. Leo, man, appreciate you, man. Later. 3:07 p.m. Seems like the NBA trading deadline seems like it's over. So Obi Toppin is still a Knick. Evan Fournier is still a Knick. Rose is still a Knick. Okay. Woj just tweeted about the Raptors, which we just described. Raptors never turned out to be sellers, adding Spurs and Jakob Poeltl at the deadline. So, yeah, man, I think That's all, folks. All right, so like I said, appreciate you guys tuning in. This is the just trading deadline has been nuts. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Josh Hart, bunch of names got freaking traded this trading deadline. It's been absolutely amazing. Going to be recording a podcast shortly, and then that'll be out on the YouTube channel as well as wherever you get your podcasts. So, yeah, man, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all in the chat. I'm Anthony. As always, peace. This has been fun, guys. As always, man. Peace. Let's go Knicks.